Your responsibility as leaders in this athletic world is to ensure that when the game is over, they know they are of something more than the sport that they play. Because what didn't happen in 2012 was when I stopped playing the sport of football, I found myself in a bathroom in a rock bottom moment. I found myself looking in the mirror back home in the projects, telling myself that this world would be a better place without me in it. How do I go from living my dreams? How do I go from making hundreds of thousands of dollars playing against my idol, Tom Brady? How do I go from that to being someone who doesn't have confidence? It was because the leaders in my life, they thought that the jersey I wore was leadership. It was a nice jersey. They thought filling up the stands was leadership. We had all the fans. But what I didn't have was I didn't have the social emotional awareness to understand that, like, Jeremiah Brown is going to be a speaker. Jeremiah Brown will be a New York Times bestselling author. Jeremiah Brown will be a coach. But more importantly, Jeremiah Brown's going to be a father one day. He's going to be a husband one day. And none of my leaders gave me the tools and resources to ensure that I had those skills. So I was lost, guys. Like, I was lost. Because the leaders, they thought leadership was about everything else other than serving me. And what I needed, not what they needed. See, I put something down and I really pray that you picked it up. Because the misconception with leadership is that you're gonna give what you think they need. No. Software update. Software update. We need to assess to see what the need is. And once we figure out what the need is, then we can actually pinpoint and serve and support. So as I take you down memory lane and I walk you through how these leaders in my life weren't necessarily showing up in the way that I needed them to, in the way that you will, I found myself working in education. So I found myself putting on an orange apron. Now, I know what you're thinking. I didn't work at Clemson and in the CAF and, right, some great people in the CAF. Like, I met, man, y'all are taken care of here. But it wasn't the CAF. Went from playing in front of thousands of fans, making hundreds of thousands of dollars. The leaders in my life told me that, yeah, you're gonna be great. It's gonna work out. You have a plan B, right? So putting on an orange apron, walking into Home Depot. Each and every day, you're seeing athletes on campus who are excellent athletes, who are all over ESPN. Your responsibility as their administrator, as their leader, is to ensure that as sweet as they are as a 5-star athlete, they're a 5-star person. Because we got a lot of 5-star athletes out here, right? But do we have a lot of 5-star people? That's questionable upon leadership. We have a ton of 5-star athletes, but do we have a ton of 5-star people? And you going from a 5-star athlete to a 5-star person is a reflection of leadership. So you're here studying to be the leader that leads by example, that sets the tone of accountability, that makes sure everyone is inspired by how you show up, but ultimately, see, this is a perspective shift, and I pray that you pick this up. Leadership is cool. Legacy leadership is greatness. See, what legacy leadership is that my interaction with you, I'm going to ensure that when I'm not in your presence, you know I don't have to be in your presence to be held accountable. You understand? That based on the conversations that me and you have, based on me doing an assessment of what you need me to be as a leader, not what I think you need.